Hello and welcome back here for the Reebok Truck Series. It's race 32 and we're back at Bristol. But this time we're under the lights. And I was a little bit wrong last week in what I said, because trucks actually are sharing a venue again with these guys, with the Cup Nationwide guys, and it's here at Bristol. Then they'll be away from where they're at next week, and then back, everyone pretty much back on the same schedule, I think, after that. But on the pole today, we have Kyle Thomas, and alongside of him is Chris Louvier. Katie Elizabeth and Dylan Young will make up row number 2, with Amanda Shelley, Jay Stella, row 3, Kyle Collins, Tom Gerard, row 4, and Bradley Bishop Jr. and Max Newworth, row 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid.
Drivers, start your engines.
As you heard there, command just been given. There's the guy who won when we were here earlier in the season, William Duncan. He'll roll off from the 40th position here today. So field kind of getting rolling off here. Looks like everyone going to get going, so that's a good sign to see. The points gap narrowed up a little bit coming into play here today. Seth Cole with a 21-point lead over last week's winner Alex Perkle. Then 93 back to Kyle Collins, Jessica Shelton 124 back, and Charles Samper 126 back. Katie Elizabeth is 185 points back, and 6 PJ Williams 7th in points over a race back. And then Duncan on down here are guys who I would say have to get moving or they will fall out of title contention quickly. As the green flag is out, those drivers are William Duncan, Jake Baskinger, Alex Hawkins, Dylan Young, and Joe Davis, as Chris Louvier jumps out to the early advantage on the outside of the front row, gets lap 1, and it looks like the outside line just a little bit too overpowering maybe or something there, at least here in the early going, as everyone trying to get single file here in a hurry, and Kyle Thomas chased back down the number 2. As they quickly opened up a little bit of a gap there over the next guys behind them. Look at the speeds, a little bit faster than they were when we were last here. And you can see it below 116 in that turn number 1 area. About 135 as they were headed off into turn number 3. Look at the back of the field where they can't even really get going at all because of how crowded they are. And they're only about half, they are already over half the track a lap down. You look at this, Paul Swanson coming out of turn 2, the leaders are at the line already. So Louvier setting a crooked pace right now here in the early going. The draw tight forward that comes in this race 37th in the points. Louvier going over to Kyle Busch Motorsports next season with the 51 truck. So an interesting switch there, going from BKR, the Ford team, to KBM, the Toyota team. But trying to get a win here before the season's over. Kyle Thomas peeks to the inside of number 2, not able to get it done. As Katie Elizabeth's now starting to throw her way up into this battle, I think, a little bit. Has been able to draw in a little bit closer to the leaders. And I think this one's going to come down to who can get through lap traffic at all, if anyone. Because Louvier definitely's got a great truck right now. That number 2, BKR Ford. And they're only about a straightaway behind the 42nd place truck of Randy McBlair right now. Already 10 laps in the books. Dylan Young 4th, Jay Stella, Amanda Shelley, Kyle Collins, Tom Gerard, Bradley Bishop Jr., and Nathan McCain. Kind of spacing out a little bit. There's last week's winner just inside the top 20. And I see our points leader back here in 30th. As it doesn't look like anyone is battling anywhere in this field. That is surprising. But McBlair just about a... Oh, wow. You can actually see him in the same shot when we're in the spectator camera. as the back three try and battle to be the to not be the first car that Louvier is going to lap. Man, has this race gone by quickly already. 14 laps in, and Louvier starting to catch up to the rear of the field. So an interesting shaping up here, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. As Alex Hawkins, one of the chasers, it looks like he's actually gotten the wall there on the right side of his truck. We'll take a look at that when we get a chance. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of damage there to the right side of the 92. Maybe he's gotten the wall somewhere. Max Newirth has stopped. No caution coming out. He was on the apron. But truck number 50 has pulled it to the apron and has pulled off the track, I guess, or gotten towed. And it caused a little bit of a slowdown with the one of Dylan Young. So problems for Max Newirth as Kyle Thomas now has gone right back to the back bumper of Chris Louvier. And just like that, 18 laps complete, put lap 19 on the board. Randy McBlair right now runs 41st, the first car that would be put a lap down by the leaders. And Alex Hawkins now is caught back up to Eric and Rage at least. A little bit of lag there. But it's a huge gap from the top three back to fourth. Over 2 seconds from Katie Elizabeth to the back, or to the front bumper of Dylan Young. As Louvier looks like he's trying to strategize where he wants to go, as Eric and Rage tried to get around Brad Mojo. That would have been for 37th on the racetrack. Oh, he had to try and go to the outside of Randy McBlair, not able to get it there. And now the top three, just like that, are all single file, nose to tail. So an interesting way of looking at this one, I guess, at just about the halfway point. The leaders catching up to the rear of the field. How will they handle the lap trucks, though? Okay, Louvier now to the back bumper of the 10, tries to go to the inside, not able to get there. Kyle Thomas got a run, but took it to the inside. Again, nothing going to happen there. But next time by, they will see the cross flags. These trucks in front getting the blue flag there to tell them that the leaders are right behind them. But obviously, being lead lap cars or lead lap trucks, they are not going to pull over for Chris Louvier at all. And halfway home now here from Bristol. Randy McBlair at least able to hold up there, it looks like, in front of the race leaders. As Duncan's on the... Oh no, William Duncan is blown up. One of the drivers that I was saying would probably have to start getting a move on or something here. And that's not going to help, as William Duncan going to be forced to take it behind the wall for an ignition problem. Valve issues on the 50. So all of a sudden now reliability of some of these parts becoming a question. I guess that also puts into question, will the 03 make it to the end? His teammate now has had ignition problems. So obviously not a good day already yet for the Germain trucks, and it might not be any better by the end of this one. As leaders complete lap 29, on to lap 30, 20 to go. Next time by for Chris Louvier. No one's been able to get to the inside yet of that 2 truck, as he took it from the outside of the front row and was able to get the jump and get the lead, and has never looked back. He's led every lap so far. There's Dylan Young starting to kind of close in because these guys can't get around the lap traffic. Starting to look to the inside, not able to get there yet. All over the back bumper of that 10 though. Someone's got to be able to get a move going somehow. so far, no. And looking through, just kind of look through the pack right now. Amazing. No battles on the racetrack. Okay, so something they did that they thought was going to improve this obviously did not. So we'll see if they just try and reset it back the way it was. That may not be possible though. Unfortunate that no one's able to seem to make a move on anyone on the racetrack at all. There was almost a battle for fourth with Jay Stella and Dylan Young. We heard that they tried to make changes to get the inside line to work a little bit better, but apparently now the inside line you can't even get a move done at all, and no one's able to get to the inside of another truck, not even when they lose the momentum. I mean, you saw it right there, Amanda Shelley not able to make a move on the 42. A little bit of space now for the 2 truck, at least in terms of being right behind the 10. This is just absolutely incredible. Seth Cole right now runs 29th. Alex Perkle 19th. That would be enough for Alex Perkle to take the points lead right now as they run. So, interesting battles, or well, lack of battles, I guess. 10 laps to go for Chris Louvier. So, no one able to make a move yet so far. Can someone do it in the final 10 laps? Final 9 laps now for the draw type Ford of Chris Louvier. He's got Rainey McBlair right in front of him. And I don't know why I'm going through the field. I mean, it's no changes at all. No one has seemed to be able to make a move at all on anyone that they've been running with. So I don't know what's going on, I guess. Like I said, track officials like this try to make it. They try to make a change. We know that much. We already knew that. They're trying to get the inside line to work better, but the change that they made apparently made it worse because now no one able to make passes. At least before they were able to make some passes. We'll have to see if they try and reset the track at least back to the way it was. Might be hard. But for Chris Louvier, there are 5 laps to go, and it looks like he will cruise to a victory here today, unchallenged pretty much, except for the fact that he had the 0 on his back bumper. He is in the Jennifer Jo Cobb sandwich though, with a Jennifer Jo Cobb truck in front of him and a Jennifer Jo Cobb truck behind him. That 0 to be driven by Chris Washer next season. So we'll have to see how the guy 13th in points will do in a new ride that is 26th in points right now. A rookie behind the wheel of this truck next season, Alan Cavagnaro. So it'll be interesting to watch that truck as well next season with another rookie behind it. They were 37th this year, but 2 laps to go for Chris Louvier. And now the top 6, you can see them all in a picture at least, so that's the bright side. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. And through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. A dominant effort here today. Chris Louvier goes flag to flag. We'll have to see when this standings become official on how many people actually finish on the lead lap. Okay, all of them officially finished on the lead lap. So ignore the retired on Katie Elizabeth's name. The top 10 here today: Chris Louvier, Kyle Thomas, Katie Elizabeth, Dylan Young, Jay Stella, Amanda Shelley, Kyle Collins, Tom Gerard, Bradley Bishop Jr., and Nathan McCain. Alex Perkle comes home 19th. whereas Seth Cole will finish 29th. So we will see a new points leader going in to next race at Phoenix. So that'll be an interesting race. We'll have more races upcoming though for this race weekend. We'll have to see if Goodyear decides to do anything with the tires and see if they can't make the inside line work a little bit better, or if at least they return it to normal where we saw passing. Who knows? Congrats to Chris Louvier though on the victory. I know he had. Oh, and actually, yeah, congrats to Chris Louvier on the win. It gives him the clean sweep and a win in all three series. He won Cup at Portland, he won Nationwide at California on pit strategy, and he wins in a dominant fashion here today in the truck race. One win in all three so far this season for Chris Louvier. So a great job to him. If my math serves, or my memory serves at least, he's the 9th driver to complete that task. I say that because my wins chart is a little bit outdated and I need to update it. But oh well, another look at the bottom of the results. Congrats to Chris Louvier on the win. We'll see you next week at Phoenix. 2 more races here at Bristol though.